Nueces County leaders are taking a step to prioritize making our communities more accessible for people with disabilities.
Today, Nueces County Commissioners unanimously approved establishing a committee focused on making sure that all county facilities comply with the Americans with Disabilities Act.
This is something that local advocates have been pushing for more of over the years. Natalia Asuna talked with them as well as county leaders today. Natalia?
Yeah, hey, Mike, Leslie. Well, throughout the past 20 or so years, Nueces County leaders have been working to update the courthouse to make it ADA compliant. Now, it wasn't built with accessible adjustments in the 70s, but now Judge Connie Scott says that with this new committee, it's a requirement that will make sure that they will stay in compliance. For more than 25 years, Judy Telge has been working to advocate for a more accessible and inclusive Coastal Bend.
Their needs weren't addressed, and worse than that, these are people that were not valued.
In 2018, that mission led her to officially create the Coastal Bend Center for Independent Living, a nonprofit organization focused on educating and advocating for people with disabilities.
That's what the ADA is. It is a federal civil rights law. And if you're out of compliance with that, you get fined.
A few years ago, Telge worked with Nueces County leaders to improve their American with Disabilities Act compliance.
Commissioners Court at the time said, we need to address this. And we not only need to address the shortcomings and not being in compliance, we need to do our best to make sure that we maintain compliance.
Now a new committee is coming to the area aimed at making Nueces County facilities more accessible.
The motion passes unanimously.
Sometimes when you aren't being proactive like this and you don't have these committees that are in place that kind of look to the forward, we have had, probably in the history had things that, oh, we wish we'd have done it.
Along with County Judge Connie Scott, Commissioner Mike Pusley will oversee the committee.
Last 2 years of my dad's life, he was pretty much confined to a wheelchair or a walker. And you don't realize how important the ADA accessibility issues come into play until you're a caretaker for someone like that or you're disabled yourself.
County commissioners say that so far the committee is made up of internal county staff and they could add community members down the road. Meanwhile, Telge says it's key to include folks with disabilities.
Having the actual people who are affected by barriers are very important to have on that committee.
Well, in previous years, county leaders have already made changes to the courthouse, for example. Commissioner Brent Chesney says they've already worked to make sure they're in compliance with efforts started in 2018. Now this committee is looking to the future so they can stay ahead of the curve. Leslie, Mike.